Controversial issue. The city of Viroqua is continuing its discussion on how the public views its police department, particularly some well-known imagery incorporated into its logo.
News 19's Joe Minnie shares how the city's newly established Diversity Advisory Board addresses a new concern.
The Diversity Advisory Board here in Viroqua is a board that's made up to look at city policies and point out any racial discrepancies, any way that anyone could be marginalized by these policies.
Discussion in this month's board meeting turned to the use of a decal showing a black and white U.S. flag with a thin blue line on it, which is displayed on Viroqua's police department building signs, uniforms, and police cruisers.
Since all of those decals have started to show up in the community, there's a number of community members who feel like that's inappropriate to put on city-owned property due to the controversial nature of the thin blue line.
The thin blue line has come to represent a lot of different things to a lot of people. And quite frankly, a lot of marginalized groups feel unsafe around that thin blue line imagery.
And Viroqua's council representatives do not want community members to feel that way about their police force.
There's some concern that representation to community members who don't know our police officers, that would give a sense of mistrust.
The last thing the board wants is for the police department to lose support in the community.
This is not a conversation about whether or not we support our police department. In our meeting last Wednesday with the Diversity Advisory Board, it was unanimous. Everybody that spoke in the meeting, I think with the exception of one person, all spoke in support of our local police department, even the people who don't think the symbol should be used.
In Viroqua, I'm Joe Minnie, News 19.
Now, the blue line imagery discussion was tabled by the board, and it'll be brought up again at next month's meeting.
Mayor Mischel says where it goes from there is uncertain, but the conversation needs to continue to ensure all of Viroqua's citizens are represented.